Hey everyone, Greg from Great Drams here, alongside Chris from the Dram Team, and together we are 2/3 of the Dram Team. Welcome to another one of our 25 Drams of Christmas videos. You're probably bored of seeing my mug in these now, because I've been in a couple.
Not as bored as they have seeing mine, I imagine.
Ain't that the truth? But just to recap on what we're doing here, there's a competition on the website, and so if you want to tell us what you want from a whiskey advent calendar, we may be able to make that happen next year. So you can actually influence what we're doing in product terms for the next year, and potentially more importantly for you in the near term, you could win all 25 of these drams that we've been going through, and Chris has been going through on the videos for what will be the 25 days of Christmas, right?
Yes, and with day 18, I think we're closing that draw soon. Because we need to post them out before Christmas. So you need to take part today or possibly tomorrow and let us know your thoughts. And we will hopefully, if you're lucky, be posting these out to you in the next few days.
Marvellous. So let's get into day 18.
Yes.
And it is the Balvenie. The Balvenie Peat Week 2002, a 14-year-old. And so for those who are not familiar, 1 week per year, the Balvenie runs a peated distillation. So what they do is create a peat week product. It's a relatively low peat in comparison to your Lefroigs and Ardbegs, but at the same time it still has that classic Balvenie flavour profile with an influence of the peat character. Balvenie for me is a beautiful distillery owned by William Grant and Sons alongside the Glenfiddich, Kinninvie, Ailsa Bay and Girvan. And they, William Grant & Sons are a phenomenal family-owned business, 6th generation family-owned business as well. And the Balvenie started originally, or founded, 1892.
Wow.
The same year as Liverpool Football Club. Is
you had to find a way to bring that up.
Potentially why I'm such a big fan, as for probably obvious reasons. And the same year as the station in Poynton was built. But anyway, the Balvenie itself, loved the world over. Sir David Stewart, the malt master and master distiller blender over there, has done a phenomenal job for 50 years. And yeah, he's an incredible human being and one of the most humble men I think I've ever met in my life.
There's a lot of that in whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, virtually everyone in that kind of production level are insanely humble. So his protege, who's now the malt master for Glenfiddich, Ailsa Bay and various other brands, Brian Kinsman, similar. If you get a chance to talk to him or meet him, just chat to him. Wonderful person. And Sir David Stewart as well. He's just a guy you want to hug. He's fantastic. And was also a pioneer in whiskey finishing as well. So without him, we probably wouldn't be on the same path we are with finishes to whiskey as we know it today.
And Balvenie do quite a few of those. So Balvenie's core range, this is a limited edition. They don't do it very much because it is
once per year and not every year.
Exactly. So this is the 2002 Peat Week, and I think it's 14 years old. But a lot of Balvenie's core range have some unusual
rum casks,
unusual finishes and unusual age statements. But, the rum cask is the 14?
Rum, they've got a couple.
17.
So, and you also have the Portwood 21-year-old.
That's
the double cask 12-year-old. I'm just trying to have a look at. But I actually have.
Oh, Greg's got one here.
He's gone out of shot. But this is what the Peat Week looks like when you look at it.
Great.
And one of my favourite bits of packaging that I've not worked on in the industry, and it just goes into so much detail and true geekery. Absolutely love it.
Brilliant.
A fantastic release.
Should we give it a
Let's have a go.
taste?
So you immediately get that kind of soft, subtle, peaty, smoky nose. It's not overbearing. It's not a slap around the face like your Lechegs or your Ardbegs, or definitely nowhere near an Octomore. It's more on the smooth, the subtle kind of smoke scale. Quite fruity.
It is still very fruity, yeah. The fruit seems to merge with the peat for me. Like it's one thing. It's not a separate thing.
Yeah. Do you remember those? I always forget Starburst. The kids, opal fruits, as you know, as us of a certain age will remember.
Yep.
That's the kind of note I'm getting there, like a mold, or like umbongo, that kind of mold of tropical fruits, and
like a barbecued fruit as well. For
that's
me.
the one. Like
yeah.
Happiness.
So like the barbecue and the not burnt smell, but the smoke, the peat,
Toasted.
all kind of one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very nice. It's got a rich feel in the mouth. That
Rich, but still quite sweet, and that peat note is phenomenal. Really bringing it up. It kind of develops in the palate, on the palate even. And it's actually a lot peatier than I remember it being.
Yeah, to taste more than you'd think from the nose. And what's interesting, I bent down there just to check the ABV because I was really impressed by the feel of it
48.3
on the tongue. And so it is a bit stronger than a typical bottling strength. And I think you noticed that. It's definitely quite decadent, I would describe it as. Most Balvenie drams I would describe probably as decadent, to be honest, in a certain way.
Yeah, I was up there actually June the 12th this year. And I was going to go around the distillery, but they had an unplanned shutdown. And so to apologise, we sat in I think it's a distillery manager's office, or the house they've got there as you arrive, where the gift shop is. And it's an apology, like, oh God, what do you want to try? We'll sit down, your choice. I whipped out single cask 25-year-old sherry matured whiskey. And we went right up to a 42-year-old single cask that you can't buy. And they only whip it out every now and then. And we tried a few cask samples, and every single one is just delightful. But for me, this typifies the ingenuity and the innovation that is in the Balvenie distillery.
Yeah, and that is beautiful. And I'm not the biggest fan of peated drams. I had a bad experience with an octoball that I'm still recovering from, but that to me is very accessible if you're someone that thinks you don't like smoke.
Yeah.
Beautiful, still very fruity. Lots going on other than just peat, but definitely there. So one to try if you're a little bit of a peat freak, but not all the way. Right.
And just to have the beautiful packaging. But it actually marks off the week each year that they've been distilling the peated, the kind of peat run.
And which year was this one that you have?
Mine is 2002 vintage.
Oh, so it's the same one.
It's the same one, yeah.
So when we put this into a pack, the 2002 vintage and the 2003 vintage were still available.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at that personally.
Yeah.
But I guess perhaps that because Balvenie don't do a lot of peat, maybe their core customer base don't buy them all at once when they become available. So one that you might still be able to get hold of if you look carefully.
Very rare. It's got a slight smoke to the glass of the bottle, where normally they have just a clear flint, which is industry term for clear glass. And this was actually distilled in week 37 in 2002. They go to the nth degree of detail with this one.
So I think, as you can tell, probably by the length of this video, definitely a lot of talking points about this whiskey.
Yeah.
Really interesting one, and we cheekily snuck that into our Speyside Spectacular box as a little bit of a contrast to the typical Speyside style. And I've really enjoyed tasting that with you, Greg. So thank you.
No, my
and
pleasure.
Cheers for joining us.
Cheers.
We'll see you tomorrow for our next dram.